I figured out a good way to explain why our government is divided and what this function is about. I learned a great way to explain this. My wife and I were on an anniversary vacation in Colorado, and I happened to be standing next to a gentleman from New York, a mountain biker. And we got to talking, and again, he asked me what I did. I told him I was in the state legislature, and that same question, he says, "But what do you do?" And again, I thought if I say federalism, it may just go over his head. And I said, let me see if I can explain it this way. You've got your mountain bike there. There's writing on the tires. He says, oh, yeah. Do you know what the writing is? He said, well, that's the tire pressure. I asked him, do you know how much the tire pressure is? He says, oh, yeah, it's 55 pounds per square inch. I said, well, what if your front tire had 105 pounds per square inch and your back tire had less than 5? He said, oh, that would be a disaster. I said, well, what if you just rode the bike harder? He said, no, that won't work. So what if you got Lance Armstrong all hopped up on steroids to ride your bike? Maybe that would work. No, that won't work either. I said, maybe, just maybe, you just need to yank the handlebars harder to the right, or maybe you need to yank it harder to the left. Now, mind you, this was October 2016, our last presidential election, at the height of election season. He says, no, that won't work. You have to repair the bike. You have to repair and maintain the bike. I said, that's what my job is in state government. My job is to repair and maintain this bike, because it's not about the rider, and it's not about the direction that the bike goes as much as it is about maintaining the system, repairing and maintaining the system. And you're the maintenance engineers. You are the systems engineers for our system, in our system of government. This bicycle of state was very clear. The original recipe is very clear. The founders gave us the directions and the recipe. James Madison in Federals 51, describing our system. He said they knew that a democracy, as they described it, commits suicide. They said it's as short in their lives as it is violent in their deaths. They knew that a republic was the form of government that we needed to look at, but not any form of republic, not a single republic. That wouldn't work over a large extent of territory. That wouldn't allow and enable the American voice to flourish and the ability to pursue our own unique vision of happiness over a large territory. Madison described that our system is a compound republic. He said, in the compound republic of America, the power surrendered by the people is first divided between two distinct governments, state government and the national government, what we call the federal government today. For a specific reason, they said, we divided the power so that a double security would arise to the rights of the people, to the voice of the people, a double security, because the different governments would control each other. In our system of government, they had checks on checks on checks. A single security was not enough. They wanted a double security to the rights of the people. And so this division of power was critical. It was absolutely critical. This is not a spectator sport. This system requires you to be constantly in the game.